An Oxford University study concluded that the traditional practice of counting sheep is ineffective as a cure for insomnia.
I don't know one person who's ever done it.
You know what? I've tried it before, and it made no sense whatsoever. You just keep counting. They say the mental activity is so boring that your other problems and concerns are going to just seep right back into your mind. That it's not keeping your mind active enough to put you to sleep.
You have anything to put you to sleep?
What I usually do is I will put in a DVD of a movie that I've seen like a lot of times, like What About Bob or something like that. If it's a movie I've seen a lot, that will usually put me out fairly quick.
You know what I call them like adult fairy tales, where it's like you're getting a story read to you as a kid. That's why all around the country they've always run like Cheers at 11 o'clock, and now it's Seinfeld at 11 o'clock. So people they're tired, but they're watching a show that they're already comfortable with, they already like, and they can kind of drift off to sleep watching it, just like little babies.
Then in the morning I try to remember what was the last thing I remember from the movie, before going to sleep, and I think it's usually the credits.
And then, you've already seen this thing a million times, and you're like, I guess Kramer's going to be okay. And then what did Kramer do?
It's usually something that you can just go ahead and close your eyes, and you've seen it so many times you can just listen to the dialogue.
Hey, Mike, you're on Run Fest.
Hey, boys. I got a cure for insomnia. Just have Earl have some commentary. Everybody will fall asleep.
I see. Now everything was going very nice. We took a little break. We got back and got it started, and then that happens, Earl.
Mike's a jerk off.
Oh, come on, Earl. You don't need to work blue.
That wasn't blue.
It did. I mean, I'm thinking of your uncut dick. You don't need to work that way, though. Get that out of your mind.
I don't know if I can feel the same about Earl.
Jeremy, you're on Run Fez. Does he taste the same?
Hey, man, how I get myself to sleep at night is I put in a Alice in Chains Unplugged.
Thank you. Here's Indy Mike. Hey, how you doing, Mike?
All right, how are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're just peachy.
Super. Have you talked about Big Brother at all yet today?
No, is it on tonight? Is that tonight?
It is on tonight. They should be showing the Power of Veto competition, and I think whether or not it is used by the winner. If you want to know the spoilers, I'll certainly be glad to tell you.
Yeah, I know them, but I don't want, let the people be out there. This is the first year I've ever had a producer not get me the live feeds. In 5 years. Amazing stuff, Earl.
Well, I just got an email. They said they were experiencing some technical difficulties, and they're apologizing profusely.
What does that even mean? How could there be technical difficulties?
I literally
these things are on fucking line. Everybody's watching them. What?
Hey, Ron, I'll take some of the flack for that, because I told Earl I was going to be able to get him for him, and they haven't responded to me very well either.
Earl should be going directly to CBS like we do every year.
No, and I got an email from the company. And they said they were experiencing some technical difficulties, and they're trying to work on it.
I fucking went to Joker's Updates. They're on the line. They're being done. If there was technical difficulties, I would turn it on and go, wait a minute, Earl, this thing is not working. The technical difficulty is we don't have a password.
Yes. I mean, they said there was... I'm relaying what was told to me.
Earl, I'm fucking telling you that's bullshit. It's already online.
Earl, do you understand that you shouldn't have accepted their answer because there is no technical difficulty? Do you get that much? They're online. People are getting the feeds, so their answer is bullshit to you?
Yes.
I'm watching them.
Everybody's watching them. Earl made up a fucking technical difficulty thing with CBS.
I have the email right here.
I don't give a fuck what the email says, Earl. You're getting in the same way phones can't be fixed. It's coming back to the same shit over and over. Your job is not to fucking turn around at the first hurdle. You got to leap over it.
I'll get over the hurdle.
It's a fucking week late already. I'm fucking reading Joker's Updates like a fucking strap hanger. It's like I'm fucking taking the end train in. Here is Manny. Manny, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, bud?
Problem? Good, buddy. Hey, Earl's problem is that he's got his number. When he calls and asks for something they already know, we can blow this guy off. Kingdom come.
He has already left today. Where did he go, Dave?
I think he had to have a bowel movement. He's very nervous, very scared.
Does it seem like he's up? I've never seen him leave a show like this before.
He's never done it during the show. Well, he's done it once.
What did he say? I got to drop mud?
No, he just said, I gotta go.
I'm sure he somehow tied it into biscuits, whatever he had to do in the bathroom.
Send me an intern down to check on him. Just see
Okay.
exactly. Take him down and just have him run back. I love this started off, we went like, is Earl going to hit the point where he hits the wall and freaks out? He's not, but now apparently he's down shedding.
Yeah, he's gone.
Uncontrollably.
Bronx Johnny's going into the rest of it.
I let everything drop again until he made up that lie about technical difficulties. There's not fucking technical difficulties.
Jeez, I don't know where he got that from. But, I don't know.
I didn't ask you to speak for him.
Okay.
I was actually talking to Fez.
Sorry.
So at some point in my life, I'll be so desperate I want to talk to you and I'll say your name.
Got it.
But the problem with Earl is he gets handed an excuse that he knows is BS. He's not that dumb to think that there's actual technical difficulties with the Big Brother online feeds, and then just accepts it. That's the problem.
Is that the problem, Earl?
No, that's not the problem. I'm going to work on the problem. I'll work on it right now if you want.
Where were you all this time?
I just went to the bathroom.
What happened?
I literally went to the bath. I was going to minute. I went to take a piss.
Oh, he thought you had the shits real bad.
No, not at all. I mean, I would have told you if I would have told somebody. I was like, I'm taking 10 or 15. I'm feeling really bad, but I just went to use the bathroom.
John, you're on Fez.
Hey, Roddy, how you doing?
Oh, God, with the same fucking question time after time after time. I'm fucking great, man.
I'm fucking glad that you're great. Hey, Rodney, I just wanted to say, I'm in sales. If I treated a sales call like Earl does his job, my kids would be fucking eating gruel. I mean, you can't just, somebody says, oh, well, I'm on it. Fucking, you got to take the next step. You got to step up to the plate and go, all right, well, this guy says no, let me find something else.
Oh, jeez, let me get him off the air. Where did Earl just leave while I'm talking to this guy?
He said he had to make a phone call.
Who's he calling?
I asked him. He wouldn't inform me.
Send an intern to find out. He's going to try to fix that problem now, right? Is what he's going to try to do?
We'll find out.
Try to fix it during the show?
I'll get Bronx Johnny on it immediately.
All right, here comes ADF. And come on in, ADF. Come on in. He was going to come in today at noon. He shows up 1:30.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, ADF.
ADF, why so late today?
I thought it was on the east side for some reason, but it's not on the east side. It's on the west side.
What's on the west side?
This place. I thought it was 111 57th. I thought it was like that way.
You've been here before.
I know, it's been a while. My memory not so hot.
Are we still considered east, or are we west 57th?
We're West 57th.
So it's 5th Avenue makes you west, right?
Exactly. We're west of 5th Avenue, so we're West 57th.
You know, that bugs me because 5th Avenue isn't the middle.
No, there's a lot more west than there is east if you use 5th Avenue as the boundary.
Yeah, I'm not going for that.
But Grand... Oops, sorry. A Grand Central. Not Central at all. It's all the way on 2nd Avenue.
Good point. Dave, give me the update on Earl.
He's got to be shitting to keep going back like that, and he's just giving out different excuses.
Where's Earl?
He says he's calling CBS to find out the Big Brother feed.
Why is he doing that during the show? Why now has he decided to take it upon himself?
I don't know. He's a mystery man. And I think he's shitting, too.
Dave, you're on Run of Fez. Dave, go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
Oh, hey, about Earl taking so long to get things done. On O&A, one time it took him like 12 hours to hang 9 pictures, so how fast do you expect him to get other things done?
You know what? That was NEW, Earl. We became accustomed to XM Earl. We felt like he was on top of things. He was pulling things together. I don't know.
6 months ago, he was going to make that picture hanging image of himself disappear.
Kevin, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? What's up your ass today? You didn't get laid last night? What's going on? You're on everybody's ass.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get it. I mean, I have those days too, you know? Shit. If I did that to everybody every day, goddamn, I'd be dead or something, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I know. I got things going on. I don't always get into my stuff, but I got somebody I'm close to going through fucking chemo today. So I should even be there, but I'm here. And, you do what you do. So you know what? Shit rolls downhill sometimes, Earl. I can't fucking help it. I'm not sitting here as a statue to justice. It doesn't work that way. Mike, but at least all Earl's buddies pulled dead in there. They're all defending him. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Listen, Ron, I feel for you, man. You are the backbone of that show.
Oh, I am far... This show has no backbone whatsoever.
Yeah, but listen, I got, I'm in somewhat of the same situation as far as pressure and family and everything. So what I advise you is something that always puts a smile on my face and always brings things into term. Joe Pesci, the song is called I Got News for You.
Joe Pesci, I Got News for You. Maybe that'll turn me around.
That will definitely turn you around. 268-4939.
All right, way to go old school for us. I'm not familiar with this song. I know Joe Pesci has put out an album. I know for a fact he's one of the finest singers of all time, and he did a much better job with Got to Get You Into My Life than the Beatles did. Do we have any Joe Pesci?
No, there's no Joe Pesci in the duet.
I thought we had every song ever recorded in the duet.
Yeah.
I thought that was the point of the duet.
There's less songs sometimes than you would realize.
Less songs than everything?
Nice, ADF. Way to fucking rip him. Even though you couldn't find the building for an hour and a half, and you bugged me about getting a job here forever, and then this first time I go, hey, come on in. He can't find the building, even though he's been here before.
Yeah, if you work here, you're going to have to do a little bit better with the map quest.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, don't give a fuck how you feel, man. Fez, Diabetics Unite. Hey, and as far as going to sleep, all I got to do is listen to some Black Rock Coalition, and it's lights out.
Funny stuff, Tony. Funny stuff. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, pal? Dave?
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. You're on the air.
Sorry about that. Joe Pesci recorded under Vincent LaGuardia de Gambino.
All right, do we have any Vincent LaGuardia Bambino stuff under? A Gambino. I'm willing to guess no. If I had to go out of my way to guess here, I'd say no.
I would hope so. Who wouldn't listen to Joe Pesci sing? Is he good? Or?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's phenomenal.
No Vincent LaGuardia Gambino. No, none of that is currently in duet. Bambino. Okay.
No, it's not Bambino.
Oh, no? Are you...
Gambino.
All right, I'm really disappointed in the supercomputer today.
That thing is about as much as any jukebox at a Waffle House in Asheville, South Carolina. Or is it North Carolina?
It's got Ring of Fire in it. That's about it.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, pals?
Yeah, buddy.
I just got a quick question. Why the hell is Earl going to the bathroom during airtime instead of a break? Why don't you guys just get up and go to lunch or something during the airtime? Have some fun.
I don't know what has happened with Earl today. I think I pushed him too far. I want him to have his breakdown on the air. He's doing a work stoppage, is where he's going with this. So basically, he's doing the, I'm trying to make a fucking phone call now.
This is obvious what he's done. When he says he has to piss and go running off the air, which he's never done before, and now there's a phone call that has to be made immediately. This is just him walking off the show and trying to avoid 30-day suspension talk from abandoning his post. He's trying to come up with excuses now so he won't get in trouble for walking off the show.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Look, hey guys, I'm not gonna. Ron, you should ask Dave how he spelled Pesci before you give up on that song.
How did you spell Pesci?
Pesci.
That's correct.
Yeah, I've watched Goodfellas like 78 times. I'm not going to fuck that one up, sir.
Why do you keep watching the same? You don't get it yet? You don't understand it? Why do you need to watch it over and over?
It soothes me. I don't know. The music, there's just something they're always eating, so it makes me hungry sometimes. I don't know.
Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up? It's actually Vincent LaGuardia Gambini, and I have the CD.
Well, play it for us over the phone. Well, the time of our lives. You can't even deal with that, huh? You don't have it at all. I'm sure it would be an under Pesci, too.
No, there's really... Pesci's not here.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, I live in Asheville, North Carolina. You just mentioned it's the biggest shithole in the world, in my opinion.
You know what? The reason why I hate satellite radio is you can't make fun of any bumfuck town anymore because somebody will spring up and claim I'm from here. It's actually a beautiful place. It's gorgeous scenery.
Oh, yeah, but it's full of weirdos, hippies, freaks, and queers.
What the hell was that, Dave? Dave, what the hell was that? Do you hear him, Fez?
No. Sorry, the board was malfunctioned by me because I pressed Q.
Would you have one of the interns run over and tell Earl while he's having his little I don't want to deal with the show that you're fucking melting down on the board? Would you let him know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was just, I thought it was in Q. And it wasn't, so I fucked that one up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was a national theme for Asheville, North Carolina that you started playing.
Martin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Well, I was going to give a point to Team Watley because Earl was missing, but I don't know now.
Actually, Earl missing is just as good as Dave being here.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing that we get out of it. Nothing. Now, ADF, you wanted Eastside Dave's job, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Dave, are you willing to step down?
No.
ADF would like to replace you.
I think it's time.
Really?
It should always be somebody from RonFez.net in that position.
No.
I'm hoping to get Fluffernutter in there, or maybe Sheepy.
No, I think I have hopefully a long career. I'd like to be the Lou Gehrig of Ron Fez show. I'm never going to take a day off.
Lou Gehrig, you fucking perform like Lou Gehrig would maybe in the last 6 weeks of his life. That's what you remind me of. Lou Gehrig, better well known for selling odor eaters than he ever was for his baseball career. Earl, where do you go during the show? You're back now, huh? What happened?
No, first time I went to use the bathroom, and then the second time I went to take care of the Big Brother problem.
And what happened? You don't have the other 21 hours a day to use the phone?
No, I just wanted to rectify the problem immediately. I saw how much it was upsetting you.
So what happened? No, Earl, that's not what's upsetting me. That has nothing to do with it. I could give a shit whether I ever see that show. It doesn't really matter. What matters to me is that people stop fucking with you, and you stop this thing where you give up the first time somebody
it
puts
wasn't
up a
giving
wall.
up at all. I was just that was the situation at the moment, and I couldn't obviously respond to that situation at the moment. But then I did, and then I just got on the phone. I'm trying to track someone down and see what the hell's going on, because it is bullshit.
I like the fact that you said hell. That means a lot to me.
No, it has been a week, and then you've never been crapped on like this in 5 years. It's unacceptable.
I know, but you're not Rory. You're not Wonder Boy. I don't expect you to be.
No,
you're not Al Dukes, obviously.
No, but at the same token, if there's something wrong with the
that's the perfect word.
No.
Token.
No, I'm not a
And this keeps them off our back by taking you.
So did it get rectified in the time that you took during the show to rectify it? That's the bottom line.
No, it hasn't been, and I'm trying to get the problem corrected, but then I heard a little hands of concrete here on the board, and I was asked to come back in.
I like that. I like that angle. You take him down a peg. You take him off that red-headed pedestal he had set up for himself. Here's Sean. Sean, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I want to say thank you for tearing down that wall for us. This is the second time in about a month or so that you've gotten on Earl pretty hard. You remember the day you showed up a little late and Earl didn't play long enough music for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you are a radio hero to us. We get concerned. But, hey, don't let Dave step in here and chicken hawk, because remember, this show's gone downhill since he's been there. And, Earl, we still love you. Thank you, buddies.
I don't know what the hell that was all about. But, yeah, I got to agree. The show has gone downhill.
I think that was a vote of confidence for Earl. But other than that, I don't think there was much there.
Do you agree that the show's gone downhill?
Yes, the show has gone downhill.
I'm sorry I let you down, Fez. That's never been my intention.
You've never let me down.
Phil, you're on Ron and Fez. Well, you're telling me my show's downhill. Now you're saying my show's downhill. Phil, what's up?
Buddies. Hey, tell Earl he's not done picking cotton yet. Get back in line. The fucking show is still going.
Come on. Earl, I'm sorry you had to hear that. I don't like it. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't like it, Earl. It's easy and it's unfunny.
And what a shot coming from Arkansas.
You know what? Here's the thing. Let's stop making fun of people's homes. I'm telling you, I'm not going to put up with prejudice. And what's the first thing you do? You put a bunch of people in together. Can I remind you somebody else is from Arkansas? Hillary Clinton, your fucking hero.
That's Bill.
The woman you batch to? Bill is Hillary. There's no fucking difference. There's a blonde wig. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, Ron?
Yeah.
Oh, so I apologize. I don't care how you're doing.
I don't either. I really don't.
What would you do if Earl walked into the studio, punched Fezzi in the chest, punched you in your nose so you tasted your blood, and then walked over to Dave and goes, "How's that for passion? I'm in charge."
I would fucking love that. That would be my favorite suicide attempt of all time. Earl, go ahead and do it.
No, you would stomp.
Never. I would probably, maybe I'd have respect for you.
You would stomp a hole so far deep into me.
No,
you could make a well out of it.
I think we would all have new respect for you. I really do.
It would be better than, the gas thing the doctor tried yesterday.
Peter, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, pals?
Hey, buddy.
I got a way to solve this whole Earl problem. Why don't you guys call up his mom, bitch to her about all his fuck-ups, she'll come down and whip the shit out of that boy.
Earl, would your mom actually, does she know what you do for a living?
Yes, they both know. My mother and father know what I do for a living.
And do they like it or are they disgusted by it?
They're pretty happy with it. Particularly my father. He's like, hey, you're doing something you love. So, he's like, if you're doing something you love, go with it and be happy with it.
Go with it. All of you. Dave, you said your mom has listened to the show a couple times, right?
Yeah, she listens and is usually a little bit frightened. She doesn't like the cursing, some of the sexuality, stories of acid.
What about the beatdown that you get? Does she mind that at all?
A couple times she calls me and says, are you okay? Is everything all right? And I say, yeah, I'm fine.
Why would you give your mom an XM radio? What were you thinking?
It's the biggest mistake I've ever made.
I never understand why anybody wants anyone they love listening to their show. That's insane to me.
Did you think it would be a great gift?
She actually does love the show. She's quoted it many times. She does the I'm Starving. But the problem is...
She does I'm Starving.
She does I'm Starving. But then there are the times where, a day like this happens and I'm fucking up a lot and I'll get a ton of emails and she'll think I'm about to kill myself, which I won't.
Why don't you? Why don't you show her that you care enough about your job to take your own life? I want you to look at the future, ADF.
All right.
That's
right here.
The new you. That's the new you.
Not as many tattoos, that's...
All right, hold on. Let me hold my side for a second. Let me catch my breath when you're being funny. All right? Go ahead now. Pick it up.
He's got thicker glasses. And
some guy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Guys, you're killing me. I feel like I'm watching my parents split up again. And, I love you guys so much, and we got to come together, support each other through these rough times.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. This started yesterday. When Fez was all pissed off at me yesterday, he was all upset, and it's bleeded over in today's show.
Well, what happened was my parents' 50th anniversary party got ruined. There was a gentleman there that was speaking. There was about 100 guests, and he asked Ronnie for some information about me and some characters I played on the radio that he could mention in his little speech. And Ronnie gave him erroneous information, and the man was bringing up characters like Dirty Sanchez, the Mexican character, and things like that in front of my parents and their guests.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I just want to point out, Earl keeps referring to what he does for a living. I really still haven't figured that out. He seems to do nothing.
Well, we all do nothing for a living. We can't take that away from him. We just want him to do nothing better. That's all. Hey, Jeffrey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, who's this ADF, man? He sounds like a castrated midget.
ADF is a castrated midget. He's a very small midget who's had his penis removed. ADF, you're getting a bad vibe here because you're,
I don't have much of a radio presence, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy in my imagination.
How far behind the scenes do you think you should be?
Like maybe outside the door at this time.
Do you feel like you should be producing the show?
I don't think I have quite the experience level that you're looking for.
What job would you like to work in radio?
Associate producer.
The associate producer, so the redheaded job. You know, if I was listening to this show, I would say to myself, yeah, I could do Dave's job, no matter what.
I had the phones that one time.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was good.
Yeah. I was going to let you do them today, but you showed up an hour and a half late.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Because you couldn't find a place.
Where it's been.
Yes.
As many times as you dropped by.
Randy, you're on Run of Fez.
Big Ass 307, Buttaz.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, hearing those vocals, he sounds like Tim Curry from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It could be worse.
Ron, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I've been listening since the WNEW days. I really like the show. I gotta say, though, you guys having this problem with Earl. I think it's a little weird that that Earl thinks he cares more about the show than Ryan Fez. He said he cares more about the show than anybody else.
I don't think it would be that difficult to care more about the show than me. And Fez, you haven't cared about the show in a while, have you?
No, I care about the show.
Don't lie.
Yeah, I care about the show.
I mean, really care.
Yeah, I really, really care.
Earl, do you believe him?
No.
I don't either. I don't believe that you care, and I know I don't. ADF, do you believe him?
I do believe him.
Thank you, ADF.
Matt, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm 14, and...
All right, hold on, and up there, hold on, I'm going to put you on hold, let Fez talk to you off the air.
Get a home number.
Hey, my home number?
No.
What's up?
I'm going to let you go, kid. I don't know how anybody can be a pedophile. Kids are so fucking stupid. If I was a pedophile, I'd spend all my time looking at the kids like this. Think! Think first before you act! It would be way too frustrating. I don't care how tight their little asses are. It would be way too frustrating just to communicate with them.
That's why all it takes is some candy and comic books. Just no brain power there whatsoever. Did you know this? Mattresses have an average lifespan of 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Where they're, like, growing bacteria the whole time. I had no idea that you... I mean, I knew...
Couches are the same way, chairs. That's why when you have antique furniture... Oh. It's a fungus.
Yeah, I had no idea. I mean, I knew you could wear out a mattress where, like, you're putting a dent in it.
I bet you could, brother. I bet you could.
Thank you. But I didn't know that that's the reason to get rid of a mattress, because it's just becoming the Petri dish.
Anything like that. That's why antiques are kind of gross. Particularly those old couches. Remember when you were a little kid, you go to your grandmother's house, you feel sick right from the get-go. As soon as you sat on her old itchy chair, it just felt like, well, this is awful.
Every grandma's house stinks of one thing or another.
Spareholder, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Fez, are you really butthurt about what happened, what you guys talked about yesterday? I think you're losing your passion for the show. I really do. Get over that shit yesterday. Let it go. Out.
Well, it was just something that didn't have to happen at my parents' anniversary party.
And yet it did happen, Fez.
Yes, it did.
That's the beauty of it. It did happen.
And people were shocked and dismayed.
I think people didn't get it.
Well, I was shocked.
Thank you. That's more truthful. Now, the one thing I do agree with you is that you're losing your passion. No, you have no passion, and even Earl pointed that out. Earl, you said he had none or very little?
Very little, and it hurt me to say that.
I know.
It hurt a lot.
I don't think it hurt you to say it, Earl.
No, it
seemed to roll off the tongue.
No.
Finally, the truth!
A lot of pain, I'm saying it.
Sure. Well,
there was no hesitation in that response, Earl.
It doesn't even sound like it was the first time he said it. Like maybe he said it to Wiki before.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it sounds like things he's writing down on his notebook or something.
ADF is hanging with us. He's from RonFez.net. You going to marry the chick of yours, the one that you don't want to see with another woman?
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yes. One of these days.
Yeah. Would you like Fez to be in the wedding?
I don't think Fez would want to be in the wedding.
No, but would you like him to be? Would that be great?
Yeah, that'd be great, but like I don't want to fight people who aren't going to come.
Do you have a best man already picked out?
My brother.
Yeah. Would you like to do co-best man and Fezzle can be there?
If he's up for it.
Yeah.
When is it?
I'm not exactly sure when.
Let's do it next Wednesday at the Blue Room. Is that the name of it?
Yep.
Sounds like an awful name for a bar, the Blue Room. Like you're not even trying. Hey, Derek, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I'd like you guys to change subject. I hear Fez talking about candy and competition types of molasses. I figured I'd call in and help you guys out before Washington calls in.
Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, of course Fez cares about the show. He doesn't want to go back to Pinellas Park washing cars and taking care of his Gilbert great mama. Tell us another mattress story, Fez. See ya!
Ouch! That got me on every level.
I should have gave us something. Call the day. Your mom doesn't look like the Gilbert Grape mom.
Thank you, I appreciate that. She's not nearly that big.
But really, tell us another interesting mattress story.
Well, an adult bedbug can survive up to 1 year without feeding.
How much does a human head weigh?
I don't know how much a head weighs.
It's a little joke from a movie. A little kid did that. These are little kid facts, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Give me another one, Fez. What do you got, a list of facts over there?
Well, actually, it's things you may not have known about sleep and sleeping. That it's not dangerous to wake a sleepwalker. In fact, that, given the things that sleepwalkers do, you should wake them up, since some of them go outside, some of them have been known to go up on a roof.
Oh. What else?
Let's see, what else is here? In 1964, a 17-year-old stayed awake for 264 hours and 12 minutes. That's the world's record.
I think I got a crystal meth record that takes that on. I honestly do.
So he stayed up that long, and then he slept for 15 hours afterwards.
That I think I beat before, too.
Which is not even close to a record, I guess, for the longest time spent sleeping.
No, that would be Karen Ann Quinlan in her New Jersey coma. Beto, you're on Run of Fez.
What's going on? Hey, I want to ask Dave a question.
Go ahead.
Is that fucker going to the Blue Room Wednesday?
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Oh, I got me and about 20 Italian Goombas going to be there. Well, meet you there, fucking you redheaded bastard.
All right, you're taking on the Italians, Fez. Dave.
Again, I just want to make it clear, sir. I don't dislike Italians. Just that Italian soccer team.
You called them greaseballs.
Was greaseballish.
And you made fun of their food, which is the best cuisine on the planet.
There's photos of these guys half naked. Of the soccer team. They pose in their underwear after.
You're going to be at the Blue Room?
I am going to be.
I want you to lip sync that little Dreamland thing, whatever the candy-colored Dreamland or whatever it was from Blue Velvet. Remember when he had to sing into the light bulb, "In Dreams I Walk With You"?
Okay.
You know the song I'm talking about, Earl?
Yes, by Roy Orbison.
And then I want you to sing into a light bulb.
Okay.
We'll take that gimmick.
I'll be doing that.
Fez, you got some sleep trivia for us?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
In 2004, Americans filled more than 35 million prescriptions for sleeping pills. The number of adults ages 20 to 44 taking pills to help them fall asleep have doubled in the last 4 years.
Amazing. John, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what you guys doing? Hello?
Hey, Danny. Danny, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Earl didn't go to the men's room or make a phone call to CBS. He's turned the gas on the building and he's going to blow it. You jackasses, you pushed it too far. You're all going to burn. Run! Run now, the haulers are filling up with gas. Just ask them. I'm on the 4th floor right now. Ask them.
Fez, give us another sleep fact.
Right now, to become a more integrated part of the European Union, Spain is launching a campaign to eliminate the tradition of siestas.
Dan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
I miss shit throwing Earl. I think you guys better wake him up. I think he's sleepwalking, wandering around, and doing all kinds of fucking nonsense.
Earl, you're picking up a little bit of a reputation here today.
Hey, Dan? He's already gone.
Make fun of his home state.
What, Alabama? that fine progressive state of Alabama.
Earl, why don't you put together a little comedy routine for us? Why don't you put together 5, 6, 7 minutes for an opening mic night? Would you like to do it?
I have a horrible fear of public speaking. I would bomb horribly.
You have a fear of public speaking?
Yes.
So you picked out communications as your major. Always makes fucking sense to me.
No, I mean, like, this I'm comfortable with. Standing in front of a room full of people, I just become a ball of goo. I just can't do it.
Let's talk to Norton, see if we can't get you on the corner and you're on your way.
I will do worse than Billy Staples. That's how bad I am.
Yeah, first of all, nothing's less than zero. That's one thing that we understand from life. If anything, you're going to tie him.
No, I mean, me doing stand-up is not a good idea.
I saw a thing in the paper today. Who's the red-headed stand-up woman who calls herself the D-list?
Oh, Kathy Griffin.
She says that she divorced her husband because she found out that every time she went to sleep, it ties in with your sleeping thing, he was going into her purse or grabbing the ATM card, and she came up with 72 grand was missing.
All right, so basically she's married a pickpocket here. She can't turn around that he's not trying to grab something out of Grandma's wallet.
You know the way she should deal with that? Kept her mouth shut. I say you got a fucking deal there. 72 grand to bang a fucking hideous redheaded girl? No, I think that's a bargain. You just got... This fucking woman looks like Eastside Dave and is about as funny. And she fucking can't believe the fact that the only guy who wants to bang her also wants to go through her wallet?
72 grand. Anyone else's story would have been, oh, I got ripped off for millions. There was some sort of financial scam or something going on with her.
I have a buddy, Mitchell Walters, who will only use Velcro wallets because he claims that women go through every guy's wallet when they're sleeping, and he will wake up when he hears that wakes him up out of a sound sleep. He could be drunk off his ass and still pop up. 72 grand is not a fucking bad deal for this guy to put his face between your legs, Kathy Griffin. Believe me, that's a fucking bargain anywhere. I'll check with you, Earl. What would it cost for you to be married to Dave? Would you do it for 72 grand?
You got to pay me a lot more than 72 grand.
Do you see the slightest difference between Dave and Kathy Griffith? Or are we talking about the exact same person? If anything, Dave might even be funnier.
I think Dave probably has less tattoos.
Dave, if you found out Westside was going through your wallet, getting to that fresh ATM 20 every time you woke up, would you say anything or keep it to yourself?
I would totally keep it myself. I'm a very lucky guy.
Now, here's the beauty of this. She would only come out and say this on Larry King. Everybody wants to have something to fucking expound upon and something horrible from their life to talk about when they get on TV.
I think tomorrow night on Larry King, Dan Rather's going to talk about how badly he was treated at CBS, how he was shown the doorway there.
And Kathy Griffin seems like she has nothing but interviews where something bad happened to her. Like then she was on wasn't she on Larry King, and she got that eye surgery, and they completely fucked up her eyes. And then she was on Larry King and saying, plastic surgery is really bad. Every time she's on Larry King, it's something else happened to Kathy Griffin.
Why do gay guys like her so much?
I think it's because she looks like a drag queen.
Interesting.
I think that's what it is. She's kind of a manly girl, and she's catty with, like, her D-list stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's an appeal, too.
She's a big gossip, and gay guys, they love the gossip people. You know, they read the Page 6, and they do all that kind of stuff, and that's all she is. She doesn't have any jokes. It's all gossip about other celebrities she's run into.
And what about you? You got jokes?
I don't have any.
What's that like?
Kathy Jr.?
What's that like to show up and have nothing?
I have one joke.
Yeah, let me hear it.
This is like original material.
All right, let me hear your original material.
Well, I mean, hey, everyone loves these reality shows, right? I mean,
right? Yeah.
Jeez, it's going through the boom. Hey,
It's going where?
It's going through the roof like a boom.
I thought it was going through the moon. But there for a second, I thought it was going through the moon.
That's up there.
And I was only going to go, how? How does it go through the moon? All right, start from the beginning. I shouldn't have fucked you up.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're all here.
Everyone loves reality shows. I mean,
we
come on.
sure do. Well, not all of them.
Well, anyway, I got an idea for a reality show.
You do?
Yeah, it's called, it's sort of like a mix between Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Big Brother. It's called Celebrity Entrapment. Okay? Hold on, wait for it. So, the whole premise is we get to get celebrities repeat their crimes. Hey, maybe Marv Albert, we get him to bite again. Okay, here's the punchline here.
Good.
I go.
Like you've done this before? Have you done this before?
Yeah, I do it in the mirror a lot.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the things for my stand-up.
I didn't know it.
For my budding. So,
from your what?
My budding stand-up career.
Budding.
So Hey, trying to get O.J. Simpson to murder again would be pretty easy. I say we lock him in the room with Paris Hilton. 20 minutes, there's a winner. There's 20 minutes later, there's a winner.
Why the big build-up to O.J. would kill Paris?
I thought
Why
it was
wouldn't you just yell out, I bet O.J. would kill Paris? That's all the joke is.
And I don't understand the point of it's a combination of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Big Brother. I mean, then, for some reason, the punchline would be Who Wants a Brother?
Oh, that's a much better idea. My thing was to have all the celebrities in a house and then try and get them to repeat their crimes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good material.
So you're challenging Earl to a stand-up showdown.
Hoedown. Dave, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, I just want to point out the reason gay guys like Kathy Griffith is because she likes getting fucked in the ass.
It actually isn't even slightly witty, and yet it did surprise me. Donald, you're on Run of Fez. Go ahead, Donald.
Hey, Ron, fuck you, and Fez, fuck you. A 14-year-old listener, right? Fuck you. Eat the dick of the Molly.
What was the last line?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Real tough guy. Something tamale?
Yeah, I think that was the 14-year-old listener that we hung up on earlier.
Ah, school's out.
Yeah. Well, remember I did the joke about him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he had
Stupid.
He had every right to come back like that. Chad, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys? Eastside Dave, I think you're really sexy, but I hate to break it to you. We need to get Harry back to do some stand-up because he's far better than you.
That's scary but true.
Pants. I mean, it's been covered. That's been done a million times. I'm talking about reality shows, and people haven't heard of a good OJ joke in a long time.
Sure, we've all been waiting. Got any good OJ material?
Oh,
you thinking about getting on stage? You know who started doing stand-up was Crazy Jen. I got an email from her. Killed her first night out.
Really?
Killed.
I can't imagine anyone even understanding her.
Kathleen from the Bronx was there, gave me the same exact thing. Slayed. Where's Paranoid at? Get him on the phone for me, would you? I forgot I've been wanting to talk to him for a couple days. I know we wanted to get Paranoid in with XM. According to him, it did not go as well as he wanted it to.
Yeah, he did have an interview at XM headquarters in D.C.
Jeff, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Got something good for you. Reason why guys like Kathy Griffith is because, you can stick it in her ass, you can bang her, whatever, but the main reason is because she's so damn annoying that you can just punch her a good one right in the chop.
Oh, jeez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. We got Perry yet, Earl?
No, not yet.
Why not?
It's still ringing.
Make sure he's okay. I know he's a little disappointed by this thing, and then I got a couple other emails from him that seemed a little depressing. Got to keep an eye on everybody, Fez.
Yeah, Paranoid is someone, he is paranoid, that's for sure, and he will get down on himself.
Do we have him?
No, we're trying the second number he gave us. But, no, you didn't pick up the first one.
Here's Bob. Bob, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, boys, I
Hey,
just
bud.
want to tell you, you better treat Earl real good, because if anything happens to him and Dave's put in charge, you are done for. Goodbye.
You see that, Dave? Nobody ever backs you up. This should have been your day to shine. Earl took a little bit of heat, first time in maybe 6 months, and you would have thought people would have went, "Oh, give the ball to Dave. Let's see what he can do." Nobody, not one person, stuck up for you today.
I think on the message board sometimes Eddie Vedder, Stu Guts, they stick up, but
This is life. I'm not talking about a message board that you write other names under.
I don't think my fans are very vocal.
Mm-hmm.
They're more reflective and introspective.
I'll check with ADF. You're on the boards all the time. Does anybody like him out there?
There's a small faction.
Yeah? Is it growing, would you say?
It's pretty static, I would think.
Ooh.
Maybe declining.
Dave, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm calling up with a comment on the sleep thing. Two things actually. The whole mattress thing with the bugs in it. The only way around it is you get yourself a hypoallergenic zippered mattress cover when they're new, and you zip them up, and then every year you just change that out and throw it away. That keeps the bugs from growing in your mattress. And the second thing is I have narcolepsy, and back when I was single, a lot of years ago, I had to stop going to hookers and getting blowjobs in cars.
Dave, you're giving me narcolepsy just listening to you. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Run a Fez. Hey, Scott, you're on with Run a Fez.
Hey, great show today, guys. I was hoping for some advice.
You will go to hell for lying. You will go to hell for lying, Scott.
I'm already on my way there.
Okay.
Hey, you guys have been spot on your movie recommendations.
Absolutely, we have.
Boondock Saints, never would have heard of that without you guys. Empire Records, too.
Oh.
I'm looking at The Godfather, and I'm wondering, should I get the Godfather set, which would include, of course, Godfather 3, or just get 1 and 2 and save myself some trauma there? I was wanting to get your thoughts.
I am a person that cannot look at Godfather 3. I watched it when it came out. It was so shockingly, to me, it just disrupted everything, so I can't pull myself back. I think I tried to rewatch it one time since then and was really, really embarrassed. But there are, when you get that big box set, there are a lot of different cool things that come along with it.
Okay, I was wondering if that would outweigh having 3. Of course, I wouldn't have to watch 3.
Yeah.
But,
And now, you've seen the first 2 Godfathers, right?
well, I've seen all 3 of them.
Yeah. So, but this is something you want to own, but you're wondering about
which route to go.
Yeah, having Godfather 3 in your house.
Right. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Because I saw that there did look to be a lot of cool things on.
Yeah, I mean, there's great making of stuff. There's great. I think they even have the screen test and stuff in there.
If I may say, the box set is so worth it because of the DVD extra.
I don't care.
Let me just tell you something. There is a screen test of De Niro going out for the role of Michael Corleone. Or no, excuse me.
Are you bringing something new into this
Sonny Corleone.
conversation?
Well, all I'm trying to say is the box set is worth getting.
But what was I saying to him? Box set, right?
Box set, yeah.
And I was saying screen test. So you're coming in, you're acting like you're telling me something new, and you're saying screen test.
Well, I was giving you the exact guys, but besides that, there's also more sort of retrospectives. There's how the guy came up with the music, screenplays, and there's even cameos by The Sopranos in the box set. You can find that as a DVD Easter egg. So these are lots of things. I say go for it. Also, Godfather Part 3, not so bad. It's
stop it.
It's overrated of how bad it is.
It's overrated for how bad it is.
Yes.
That's impossible to be overrated badly. It would be underrated. Is that the word that you're looking for?
It's an underrated film. It's a C+.
It is a fucking C. It's a cunt. It's a cunt after 2 beauty queens.
It's a C+. It's not the first hour and a half of it are a brilliantly shot film with Joey Zaza, Joe Mantegna.
It's just an embarrassingly different genre of film where Al Pacino, the way he's acting, interacting with his family, it's just totally out of character.
I thought it was
lost. It's absolutely lost.
Thought it was good, and I thought Sofia Coppola gives an underrated performance. She's not nearly as bad as people say. I think she holds.
She's bad. It's an embarrassing thing.
You would have preferred Sophia Coppola or Winona Ryder, who was originally scheduled for that role. She is awful.
You can't
in this
blame
movie.
Sophia Coppola for the fact that Winona Ryder bailed out on the thing, but you can blame for the fact that it's not a really good performance. Certainly not up to Godfather standards. At some point, they just did it for money. You got to pull out of that and say we don't have everything to make a good film.
I disagree. I think there were some really strong characters. I mean, as I said, the Joe Montana character was great, but also Adrian Talia Shire's character is great in Godfather 3.
She would not be acting like that. That's out of fucking character. The women of the mafia did not get to take over like her character did. They were going for some Shakespearean thing instead of following along in the mafia way. It was an embarrassment thing.
When Robert Duvall bailed out of this movie, that's when
He didn't bail out. They wouldn't fucking pay him. So they turned around and gave things that should have been for his character to do to Rocky's wife. It's just fucking insane. Jeff, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, Dave's getting on my nerves. Could you have a No Dave Wednesday tomorrow?
We're going to start talking about that. Stan, you're on Run and Fez.
Yeah, I really think that Godfather 1 was underrated for how good it is.
I agree, Stan. That's someone who understands, I think, unless he's...
Shut up, Dave. Hey,
He's
Ron,
making fun of you.
I made fun of Fez. Can I get a T-shirt, please?
What's that?
I called before I was Mike, and you said you should give me something?
I don't even remember it, but hold on, I'll give you something anyway. Go ahead and take care of Mike. Give him some T-shirt or something. Have Earl sign it. Make it all happy. Give him a little swag, a little tchotchke for himself. Here's Ryan. Ryan, you're on Run and Fez.
Yo, what's up, buddy? Dave, do you refer to this as the Greaseball box set?
Very good point. You sit there and you attack Italy, you attack the Italian people, you call them greaseballs, and now you want to act like you're an expert on The Godfather?
How are you able to enjoy it?
I love Italian people. That soccer team.
Why do you use the word greaseball then?
Because look at their hair. It was so long and oily. I looked like I was looking at Parmesan salad.
You remind me of a guy. Was that your joke? Because I see the big smile. Was that what you're happy about? Parmesan salad?
That was not good.
Yeah. But you remind me of like a guy who goes, well, you know, there's black people and then there's ends. You know what? It's just a way of covering up your racism.
I don't agree with that. I mean, you can like, sir. One of my good friends calls me a drunken Mick, and he's Italian.
You are a drunken Mick, though.
Well, I don't get offended by it.
No,
he's Italian.
Because you represent that. It would have nothing to do with anything else. You're just a Mick with a drinking problem. Well, it's not about racism or stereotyping. That's just a statement.
But then when I call him a greaseball, he doesn't get offended, and he speaks. You know, he's an Italian
guy. Well, he's your gay lover. You guys have all kinds of dirty little words for each other. It's fun.
It's platonic.
Is it?
Yes.
By platonic, you mean you're putting his dick in your ass?
No.
Is that what you mean by platonic?
The other.
If that's the meaning, then yes, it is platonic.
I'm going with the platonic and the more conventional definition of the word.
Your mouth on his balls and your jacking is all up on your forehead. Sure.
I'm gonna have to look up platonic again.
John, you're on Ron and Fez. John.
What's up, Ron and Fez? Big fan, big O&A fan. I just wanted to talk about Godfather 3 real quick. I'm with you. It sucks, but we did get a good line from it. Our true enemy has yet to reveal himself.
Yeah, okay. One line.
Plus, you just when I thought it was out, you want me back in. They want me back in.
Awful. That was absolutely awful. And why did Michael end up talking like this? Where does his personality change to become this guy? Go back, watch the original fucking Godfathers. Michael, that was not his character. That crazy haircut that he decided to go Brian Bosworth in his fucking 60s, it just didn't make sense.
The hair was a slight problem, I was going to say.
He saw Talia Shire and started talking like Mickey from the Rocky movies.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Who's this?
Scott.
Hey, Scotty.
What's up? Hey, Swamp Thing 2 was better than Godfather 3.
No.
You know what? Most of the time, I feel like you get weakened when you add these extra films on top of a film. Godfather 2, shockingly how good it is. It's a shockingly good film. but most of the time you're pressing your luck when you add. If they never made The Matrix 2 and 3, people would still be talking about The Matrix like it was a genius work of art today. But The Matrix 2 and 3 were so bad, people now blame the original. They blame The Matrix.
Well, Godfather 2, you're correct. I mean, Godfather 2 is the greatest sequel of all time, hands down. Godfather 2...
More than your Indiana Jones films that you love so much?
More than Temple of Doom, which is shocking. But Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1. It goes like this. Godfather 2, 10 out of 10. Godfather 1, 9.5.
You know, I know that's the hip thing to say, but it's really not true. Because I'll tell you this. If you had The Godfather 2 without The Godfather, you'd be like, what the fuck am I watching? You said yourself, all right, I understand. I've watched the first film. I'm going to buy into this prequel, sequel thing. But if you did that, it never would have stood on its own. So it can't be a better film.
I thought Brando, as great as he is, gave a somewhat stilted performance, and thought De Niro...
What are we doing? What am I doing having him in this room? Fezzi, you got to speak up. I mean, this thing, I'll let him carry the weight. I'll let him carry the water. But I got to sit here and have him say De Niro had a fucking stilted performance?
When it's just wrong, Dave.
This is where my career has taken me. I'm sitting here going back and forth with a redheaded fucking moron.
Somewhat stilted.
Ron, you're on Ron the Fest. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. What's Dave doing, man? First he tells you how much he hates Denny's, and then he's rooting for Godfather 3. It just shows you how much he can't stand the Italians.
Fezzi, you're going to have to do something about this. This is going to be your thing.
I will take over this one.
People have to listen intently. It was the soccer team, the way I don't like the Ravens, or the Pistons teams of the late 80s. The soccer team, thugs. Just a bunch of thugs.
Thugs is another word for what?
And
because I know
people are so scared.
That is the fucking media code word for the N-word. That's what they mean when they say thugs. Here's Chris, you're on Fez.
How you doing, buddies?
Yeah.
First of all, Dave, for you to say that what's her name, Sophia Coppola did a good acting job. You continually embarrass New Jersey more and more on a daily basis.
And I would always thought that was impossible. That's like, hey, you're making a farce out of rape. It almost seemed like it was impossible. It's like saying you're giving pedophilia a bad name.
Talia Shire was fantastic in Godfather. She was much better in Godfather 3 than any of the fucking Rocky movies, where how many times is she going to say, Rocky, don't fight, Rocky, don't fight?
Did you ever hear me say one positive thing about any of the Rocky films? Who are you screaming about now? When have you ever heard me talk about Rocky 3 or Rocky 4? They're all fucking garbage. That's my point. The sequels, it's a rare thing to pull off a good sequel.
Talia Shire was extremely solid in Godfather 3.
You're the only fucking person with that point of view. There's not another thinking person. Or no, let me put it this way. There's not a thinking person who would agree with you. Hey, Chris, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Dave, I do think you're funny most of the time, but your movie choices are, you have insane movie
hideous
values. And Spider-Man 2, just as good as Spider-Man 1.
Oh, I absolutely agree. They're both shit. I honestly think both those tubs of shit are absolutely equal.
Spider-Man 2 is a fantastic film. And that Tobey Maguire, wow. He is
he's the Talia Shire of Spider-Man.
Put him up there.
Bulls Balls, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Dave, you are so full of shit. Fez, please step in and shut him the fuck up and get him out of the room.
I disagree.
He goes down such a slippery slope so fast with the defending Godfather 3. And just to be annoying.
No, really, if you
there's no other reason he does what he does except for the fact he wants to be annoying.
Look at the film indifferently. Don't let the media hype you out.
Yes, the media, their constant barrage of me over Godfather 3 has got me. Yes, the New York Times has pulled me into their liberal web. What are you fucking talking about?
Just everyone hates Godfather 3. It's 16 years later. Pop it into your VCR.
You know what? Everybody hates AIDS. Should I take another look at AIDS?
No, but my
Don't
point...
give AIDS a chance.
My point is there are things that get so maligned. Godfather 3 is a perfect example of one of them. It's not nearly as bad. It's better than a lot of gangster films. I think it's better than Casino. It's better than a lot...
Here comes Rodney.
You know what? I didn't do it because, Fez, I told you to handle him. I blame on you right now. The fact that he's in here screaming. Hey, Matt, you're on Fez.
Temple of Doom, you stupid fuck. Are you kidding me?
It's a great film, sir. I mean, you have Indy, you have Short Round.
How come the other night when we went to Indiana Jones film that we even saw Karen Allen at? Was it Karen Allen?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got her confused with Karen Black. Even you were cringing with embarrassment watching that film.
Yes,
Even you felt embarrassed about what you considered one of the great films of all time.
Well, on the big screen, I didn't realize exactly how silly some of it was, and it was rather silly. But I think they hit their mark, they hit their stride with Temple of Doom,
but
perhaps.
So that's a better one?
It's not better than Raiders, but it's a very fine sequel. It's a very fine film.
Even though you said the first one was embarrassing to watch.
I said it's a great film that has embarrassing moments.
I've noticed this. Every time you try to defend a film that you can't defend, you just start listing the actors in it. Of course it was great. It had Harrison Ford.
Well,
Ted, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Eastside Dave, you're a badass. Don't let them try to take you down. You stand up for what you believe in. I'm going to go hit my bong named Eastside Dave.
Thanks, Gary.
His name is Ted.
Whatever.
Gary's a really overrated bad name.
Or is that the name that you've given your fan club, Gary? Or is that your own brother who called using the name Ted to defend you?
My brother does have XM now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The gay one or the straight one?
Please stop listening. Ma, seriously, everyone turn it off.
What? No one knows that your brother's gay that you told us about?
Of course they know it, but do they want me broadcasting it on
you already
national
did,
radio?
Though.
Well,
I told us.
Stupid then.
I'm not ashamed of it. I have no problem.
It was a bad decision then. It was a bad decision now. I make fucking stupid decisions from time to time.
All right, let's drop it. Let's move on to something you're more comfortable with.
Yeah, he's a queer.
So your girlfriend blew a chef, right?
Jesus Christ, can we move on from that?
All right.
See, and I don't know if you know how radio works, but once it's said, you can't yell, turn off the radio.
CJ, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I was going to say to Eastside Dave, when you're thinking about The Godfather and why it's a great movie, think about Raging Bull and Clockwork Orange. They have character development. The characters change from the beginning to the end. Godfather 3, the characters were much different than they already were at the end of Godfather 2, and they didn't do a goddamn thing to make it more compelling towards the end. That's all I got to say, boys. Clocking out.
It's a very, very good point that he made there. That supposedly all these changes took place in the years before, but we, as the viewers, don't get to see why suddenly all the characters act completely different than the way they had started out.
Well, I think 17 years goes by. People are going to change.
But if you're reading a book, and it's an epic, and it goes by over years, and you're reading about the childhood things that make a person who he turns out to be, you don't suddenly leap ahead and go, and he doesn't have any of those traits or mannerisms anymore. That's not storytelling. It's like suddenly going, and for some reason, Earl killed himself. We would have to know what's going on with his inner life to drive him to that. That would be storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, in the first two Godfathers, you see this progression of Michael Corleone from, he was almost idealistic, and then he just becomes this cold monster. And then Godfather 3, he's just kind of this almost happy-go-lucky guy.
Happy-go-lucky guy who, it's like if suddenly he started eating nothing but red licorice, we would want to know why he changed into that.
First of all, he still has guilt because they do flashbacks to him killing Fredo, or to him having Fredo whacked.
Yeah, they have flashbacks because they need the fucking film, the better film.
Secondly, if we had to see his entire development of his character from Godfather 2 to Godfather 3...
He's a different person.
You'd be looking at like a 9-hour film. You can't show...
If you can't do it, then you cannot put the fucking film out. You can't tell the story unless you're just trying to use the brand to make money.
The development wouldn't have made sense, Dave.
Bill, you're on Run of Fez.
Fezzy, come on. -3 points to Team Watley for Dave getting all this airtime.
And you know what? Team Watley had the easy win today. Me and Earl had melted down. We were fighting with each other. And all Earl had to do was to take that piss and leave Dave some responsibility to show the weakness of Team Watley.
That board just went a little insane.
This is why Earl is a champion. When your team plays bad and you still win, that's a championship season. That's the team that's going to get 100 wins.
All you had to do, Dave, was not start hitting every button you could find on the board. And when you're talking about Godfather, don't add the word 3 behind it.
Darren, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, all I got to tell you about Eastside Dave, I got to put it to you in a question. What's a couple of superstars like you guys hanging out with a malaka like that? See you.
Malaka sounds racist to me. And I wish Ian DeFranco would be hit for that.
I don't even know what the term means, do you?
I think it's something about my race. So now what? Just because I let the word greaseball slip, everyone's going to be calling me a mulatto or mulatto? Or
You're not a mulatto. You're fucking far too pale for that. You would be like if a white person got together with a really white person.
Mulatto sounds half black, or at least like 40% black.
You can't even get a sunburn. That's how white you are. It's impossible. You are the belly of a whale white. It's fucking frightening.
I put on my copper tone every day, though. That's why, you know, because
to get the dog to pull your pants down while you're running down the beach. That's your idea of fun. You're driving me crazy. Paul, you're on Fez. Hey, Paul.
Hey, what about the Kill Bill volumes? What does Dave think about those?
Dave, what's your feelings? Are you a Kill Bill? And you know what? Believe it or not, I talk to some people that don't like a Kill Bill 1 or 2.
That's totally nuts. Kill Bill 1 is unbelievable. Kill Bill 2, even better.
I am a bigger fan of Kill Bill 2. I love the speech that he gives to her at the end of the film. I think it's fucking classic Tarantino.
Oh, it's exquisite. And the coffin scene is the best.
I can't
when
discuss
she
that.
gets buried alive.
I can't discuss that.
And they're throwing dirt on it.
Yes, I can't discuss that.
Oh, but it's
too much.
It's so claustrophobic. It's like
you're making Earl leave. Earl is taking off. Earl, you okay? Did you bring up the scene?
You just hear the thuds of the dirt getting thrown.
Stop.
Off it.
Earl, you're having Earl Goes Extreme Week, right? Where you're going to be a rock climber. One of the things you're going to be is buried alive.
No.
With an oxygen tank and some water.
No. Don't get the two mixed up.
Why not? You need both.
He can't breathe water.
I started
fish, isn't he?
Thinking about that scene makes me hyperventilate. It was just one of the. It was such a cringy scene. Don't even bring it up.
And I always thought if I got buried alive, I would much prefer to get buried alive without the flashlight than with. Because when you have that flashlight,
I can't even think about that. I'm as bad as Earl. I need to be buried alive with a gun.
I mean, you're in complete darkness without the flashlight. You know, if you have that flashlight, you're gonna turn it on and try to escape, and you're gonna see how cramped you are.
I would turn it on. I would just make like little puppet faces up against the face. Hey, Chris, you're on Fez.
Fellas.
Yeah.
I gotta stick up for Dave a little bit. Terminator 1 and 2, Arnold's the bad guy in the first one, and then in part 2 he's the good guy. They don't explain how that happened, yet they're both good fucking movies.
Of course they fucking explain it. Number one, he's two different characters.
What?
He's not the same character. He's new.
The Terminator in Terminator 1 was destroyed.
I thought he came... No, but he still Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, a different fucking Terminator came back. This one programmed to help the kid.
Chris, did you ever hear about... I think Chris and I are right on this one.
Yeah, me and Dave got this one pulled off.
All right, let's do this. If I'm right, you quit. You quit the fucking show.
Yeah.
And Chris, would you be willing to put that up?
I'd do that. I'd put that bet up there.
Yeah, the bet is up there.
Chris has to quit the show?
The Terminator that Arnold played was different than the Terminator in the second.
I won't do that. Another eyebrow.
You guys just thought that the Terminator suddenly became nice for no fucking reason.
Well, I thought the Terminator, that was his mission. I thought he's a computer. He got programmed to kill the Lil John, and then in Terminator 2, he gets programmed to defend that John Connors.
Two different Terminators did. It's not the same guy.
Well, they should have explained that a lot more clearly.
They did.
Everyone realized it.
Chris and I are obviously, and I'm sure there's millions of Americans out there who are equally as confused.
Good luck, Dave.
Thank you.
No, there's not one. Because anyone who's probably people who've never seen the film will be confused. Well, it was actually a brilliant thing because they found out through watching sequels, when you bring the bad guy back, people tend to cheer for the bad guy. Jaws, people started to cheer. Silence of the Lambs, they now cheer Anthony Hopkins. And Darth Vader, they started cheering when Darth Vader came back out. And people dressing up as him. So they go, what are we going to do? They're going to want the Terminator to win this. They went and made him the good guy.
Look at Freddy Krueger. He was much bigger. In the first one, I don't think he was as big. He was just terrorizing the neighborhood. By part 2.
So I didn't give enough examples. You feel the need to keep going on and give more examples?
I thought Freddy should be added in there. I dressed up.
Was that plenty, or you want to keep on going? You want to do Jason? Will we get to a point where we can move on?
I think we can move on now.
You sure? I mean, we struck oil. Should we keep on digging? Go even deeper?
No. Oil is plenty.
And Terminator 2 is where... Terminator 1, great film, I think. Terminator 2, they make the turn to comedy. And by the time they get to Terminator 3, it's just a laugh riot.
Well, I think the Terminator 1 is a little scarier and creepier, but the last half hour, 40 minutes of Terminator 2 are mind-bogglingly incredible.
Well, they're different kind of movies. The first one wasn't a real action movie. The way the second movie was just, let's see how many things we can blow up and explode. The first one was really more of almost like a science fiction, fucking with your head, kind of like watching a Twilight Zone or something.
It's almost like it was an indie film, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very. I don't know when's the last time you saw the film?
Probably like 3 years ago.
It's really cheaply made, and like embarrassing, like. The fact, like, the discotheque looks like a discotheque in, like, a soap opera. You don't believe for a second that any of the real effects. But they pulled it off because there was so much tension. The second one, they threw a lot more money at it. They exploded stuff, and they made it a kind of a fun action film.
I got GNR to write You Could Be Mine, one of the best songs ever written for a movie.
I'm not going to sit around and fight you on every single thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was
bigger.
ridiculous for me and you to argue every single thing that comes out of your mind, but that, of course, is not one of the greatest songs to be written for a movie. You just happen to be a big GNR fan, that's all.
Well, I mean, you have W. Axl Rose spitting out...
Quit listing people!
You're listing. You're back in... You're just back to listing.
Everyone knows when you're listing now.
All right, Johnny just brought this in. The Terminator was reprogrammed by the humans. Okay, so they took the Terminator of the future, reprogrammed it, and sent it back.
So, I mean, me and Chris are right. Am I right?
No.
No. The Terminator and Terminator 1, if you watch the film, was destroyed.
Did you notice that?
Remember Linda Hamilton crushed it and said, "You're terminated"?
Yeah, but, you know, lava can't kill, necessarily, a Terminator.
It wasn't lava.
That was 2. So, even what you're using, you're saying that he didn't even die in 2. He never dies. It's just he's going to go on forever. How many Terminators are we up to now?
We had 3.
And they're talking about doing a 4th without Arnold?
I think there's one. Definitely talking about doing a 4th where Arnold is just like in it for a heartbeat, like a cameo type thing. He's not going to be part of the action sequence.
Just wait for him to pick up $8 quick million?
Exactly.
That third one was great.
That thing stunk.
Did you see in the theater?
Yes.
Some of the best sound effects I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yes, I made the mistake.
So you go by what sound effects are, by whether you like the film?
It's a tall package for me.
Ronnie, there was car crashing. There was explosions.
Oh,
as we list the sound effects.
People stabbing each other, and a very hot female Terminator in this film. That was exciting. Unbelievable sequel. I'd give it a gold star.
Yeah, it was awful. I watched it on TV, fucking walked out. I'm sitting in my own home, watching TV. The film was so bad I left.
Well, that's totally a big screen movie, though.
Left my wife and kids. I have not gone back there since.
Still?
Yes, I got a studio apartment.
That's a bad movie.
Yeah, it was that bad. I can't look at any of them. ADF is here from RonFez.net. You've wanted Dave's job for some time. Do you think that you could do what Dave does here, though, annoying everybody?
Not as well, I don't think.
Yeah, it is difficult. And you didn't come in with that role for yourself, but it's easier to go for.
No, I don't think I'm annoying. I've had a couple support calls today, and hopefully each day some more of the fans will be more vocal. They're a shy breed, just like a lot of redheaded people are. The fans who support me are
Is this
shy.
the annoying thing that you're doing again?
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to give you the straight truth.
Journey announced last week that it was replacing its frontman, Steve Augeri. Is that how you say that, Earl?
Yes, Steve Augeri.
Due to an acute throat infection, not because of rumors that he was actually lip-syncing to Steve Perry's vocals while they were performing.
This is huge news, Fezzi. I mean, here in 1984, you couldn't get any bigger than Journey. Unbelievable. You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. The lead singer has left Journey. The biggest news of this year, 1984.
So, what matters to you more when you go, if you were like at a Journey concert or another group?
How to get out. That's what would matter to me most, where the exit was.
When you see a legendary band, is it hearing the legendary songs or the actual personnel that you're watching perform?
I want to see the band.
Me, I tend to just go for the songs.
Then why go to a concert? Why not just go to a bar?
Well, just to have the live aspect of it.
But it's not the live aspect. It's not the live band. That's like saying you don't need John Lennon to sing those Beatles songs. You're fine without that?
Yeah, that would be disappointing. You're right.
And you wouldn't need Tom Petty at the Tom Petty show or Michael Stipe at REM?
Yeah, I would feel ripped off.
Right. So...
yeah, I prefer the personnel.
Here is Santino. You're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how you doing, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Could you please, for me, choke the life out of that green beer drinking, leprechaun chasing, shamrock plucking, hot Mick bastard?
I got news for you. If I put my hand around his throat today, I'd fucking literally tear it out. I would tear out his goddamn windpipe. I can't go near him today. I might even put up a brick wall around myself after the show. Well, this ends another great one. ADF, where are you off to?
Downtown.
You know, you're going to that pizza place, you could have brought us fucking one. We could have ate it during the show.
It would get soggy. You don't want it.
Yeah, I do. I want soggy pizzas from today. Earl, take this thing and burn it. Do you understand? I don't even want it to replay at midnight tonight. Is that possible?
That's very possible.
Can I count on you?
Yes,
or is this going to turn into another phone, air conditioner, Big Brother thing?
No, the show will disappear.
See you guys tomorrow. We'll be right back after the O&A show. Take care.